Before the Civil Rights Act of 1964, lodging choices were limited to African Americans who traveled. Public accommodations were segregated. Entertainers and vacationing families had few places to stay. As a result, African American families began sharing their homes, eventually establishing guest houses and hotels. The Whitelaw Hotel in Washington, D.C. was the first luxury hotel for African Americans in the nation's capital. And in New Orleans, Ellis Marsalis Sr., patriarch of the legendary jazz family, opened the Marsalis Mansion Motel in 1944. There was the Wells-built Hotel in Orlando, where performers like Ella Fitzgerald and Ray Charles stayed. And in South Florida, the LaFrance Hotel served as a seasonal home for northern laborers and a resort for black vacationers. The Dale Hotel in Cape May hosted notable guests like Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois. Called the Harlem of the West, the Douglas Hotel and Creole Palace in San Diego offered black visitors and celebrities a place to stay and a stage to perform. And although black musicians could perform in the resort town of Ocean City, Maryland, only the Henry Colored Hotel provided accommodations to African Americans. Today, this rich cultural legacy continues. African American B&Bs are a thriving part of the hospitality industry. Step inside and take a look at these inns of color.
I'm fond of saying that black folks started the bed and breakfast industry because during segregation we weren't able to stay in white-owned establishments. As we traveled along, we'd ask somebody and they would put you up and they would never let you get back on the road without a warm meal. So that to me is where the bed and breakfast concept evolves from.
In the early 1900s, property ownership for blacks was restricted in the historic resort town of Oak Bluffs on Martha's Vineyard. Mrs. Georgia O'Brien and Miss Louisa Izette purchased property here and, charging $5 to $7 a week, opened a guest house for people of color. Because of these pioneering landladies, Oak Bluffs became the multicultural community it is today. The Oak Bluffs Inn is a whimsical 1800s Victorian. Get cozy in high-tech cottage-style guest rooms or relax on the wraparound porch and take in the Main Street scene. Get the scoop on everything Oak Bluffs. Meet innkeeper Eric Albert.
We get the gambit of people, mainly demographics, New York, Connecticut, Boston area. It's a personal thing, people seek out bed and breakfasts. It's not a hotel. When they call, I answer the phone. When they show up, I'm here. Hello, welcome to the Oak Bluffs Inn. My name's Eric, this is my house. Let me show you around a little bit. Come out this way. We're out back in our carriage house. We have 3 rooms out here, separated from the main house. When you open the door, you're outside. You got the iPod radio, listening to your music while you're hanging out in the room. Air conditioning remote, nice and quiet. This room is room number 7. It definitely has a nautical theme to it with the blue, yellow, and the white. Martha's Vineyard. Here we are, we're back in the main house. This is room number 4, my personal favorite. Queen-size bed, a little more romantic than the Ricky and Lucy room out back, 2 twins. Old pieces, mirrors, air conditioning remote, iPod radio, of course. It's my favorite room. It's a south-facing room, looks out a little green park, Hartford Park, right across the street there. Just gets great light in the afternoon, and it's got feng shui. Can't describe it, I just know it when I see it. The original house is about 100 years old. 20 years ago, they underwent a major renovation on the building. The interactions on the front porch, we call it circuit TV, or the show. You sit down on the porch, there's people getting ready for dinner, you know, they're all dolled up, and you see them walking out, you see people fighting for parking spots, kids getting the takeout, just this dynamic of all these things, people coming home from the beach, you see people fighting, you see it all. You see, oh, look at her, she went shopping.
I love Oak Bluffs because it's the Victorian architecture in the beginning, and then the little village is over here, and you see all those gingerbread houses, and that was fun. And then there, of course, is Edgartown and Vineyard Haven, and those are nice too, but this is my favorite because it's more folksy and comfortable and neighborly, and everybody's nice, and you see all the kids going past, every age and every ethnicity. Eric and his wife Rhonda make the house seem like a home away from home.
The reason why Oak Bluffs is here is because the Methodists came and they wanted to set up shop and have their area so they could have revival, and the people in Edgartown didn't want them, so they circled the wagons. So they came here, and that's where the campground came, and then the town was built around the campground being next door so they would provide services for them. And then later on, it's one of the first integrated vacation spots for black folks. And they started coming, the ones who could come were well off, so they wanted to purchase homes. So they came here and they came into the area behind the inn. It's known as the Copeland District. And that's where they bought their houses. They come here to stay at my inn, and there's just a sense of ease. You know, it's very relaxed. You wear t-shirts, you wear flip-flops. You know, you can dress up if you want to. You can walk to the beach. You know, and the families are friendly. You know, they have the flying horses. There's the game room. There's ice cream. Stringy's a great island. Oak Bluffs is the best town on that island. I wouldn't live in any other town. You know, the other towns, and the diversity of the island, and the different, all the towns are different, and the character. There are no vacant storefronts in our town. You just can't get it because it's rocking. Again, you walk to the beach and just the dynamics of everyone being here, living together. I feel real honored to have the name of it, the Oak Bluffs Inn, and real happy to be here.